Hi, Rob Anderson here, and this is the first in a series of videos set up for the marketing consultants as to how to configure your marketing consultant site and then how to add content to it on an ongoing basis. So what we're going to do is first log in, and to do so you scroll down to the very bottom of the page, and then down in the bottom left hand corner there's a small login link here just under the copyright statement. So if we click on that. Now initially all of the sites are set up so that the username and password are one and the same, and they are the subdomain or the name of the local or special interest community. And the first thing once we'll get inside is show you how you can change that to give it a more secure password. So we'll just log in, and that'll take us to the dashboard, and the dashboard is basically the control panel for making changes. So we'll go through this section later. You'll see that down the left hand side we have a series of things in the menus, and it's possible that when you first look in here it might look a little bit different. It might be that some of these are actually opened, because on the right hand side here you'll see that there's just a little pull down arrow that opens up each of those sections. So the first section we want is users down here, and then authors and users, and this is where you'll see that we initially have just the one username set up. If you have got multiple accounts and you would like them all under the one username, then you just send in a support request to admin@kagora.com and we'll get those added for you. And when you go to edit, it will take you to this profile panel where you can put in first name and last names info. It also has the email address. Now you can change that email address to your own. At the moment they're all set up so that they come in to us at Kagora, and then we can forward them out to the community partner. And then right down the very bottom is where you can change the password. So you just type in your new password here, and then you repeat it there and click update profile, and that will give you a more secure setup. So scrolling back to the top, if we go to dashboard here, it will give us this initial interface that we had. Now on the left hand side you get a glance as to what's going on, that this particular site has 3 blog posts, or 3 posts of news, and the blog posts are set up in date order. The most recent post comes first, like a standard blog, whereas the pages are static pages. These are the things that appear in the menu. These are the things that make it more like a website than just a blog. Categories are for categorizing the posts, and tags are just extra keywords that you can add to a post. Then on the right hand side you can see what's been going on as far as comments go, and can go through and have a look at any pending comments and then decide whether you want to approve them. There are some different themes. We'll look at that a little bit later on, and here you can actually see what recent comments have come through. On the right hand side is the quick interface for adding new blog posts. Now we'll go in a moment and have a look at the standard interface over here as to how you go about doing that. But quick press, you can put in a title, the contents and tags, and then we also have an SEO plugin called Headspace that enables you to put in a page title that is more keyword friendly, or search engine friendly. So if you don't fill this in, it's not a big problem. It'll just pick up the title that you have here. But if you want to run some more keyword rich phrases in the title, you can. Similarly with the description. And more text is when the post is truncated, that you can have some different wording, read more about, blah blah blah. And we'll go and have a look at an example of that in just a moment too. And then you can publish things. So we'll go down and actually have a look at posts in a bit more detail in just a moment, but just quickly overviewing what these different sections here are down the left. Posts are for the blog posts. Media is where you can add photos and other things into a gallery. Links is where you can put links out to other websites. Pages are the static pages that fall under the menu. You can have a look at what's happening with comments. There's a support section with FAQs and sending support requests into us here at Kagora. Appearance is one of the main setup sections, and we'll look at that in a separate video. Plugins is where WordPress has a number of different plugins or different functionality that can be added to your site. Users we just looked at. Tools, settings, and contact forums and gallery we'll look at a little bit later. So let's first go have a look at how content is set up at the site by having a look at the posts. And we've gone to edit, and we can see that there are already 3 posts that have been added. And if we wanted to edit one, you'll see that if we just bring the mouse over this first column, these options of edit, quick edit come in, and if we click on that, you'll see that on the left hand side we've got the content here, and on the right some details about tags and publishing and some of these other sort of SEO type things. So the first thing is you put in the title, and it will then automatically bring that title into the URL, and it'll also bring in the categories. So this long URL of community marketing search engine optimization is because the categories were set up with that. And you can edit the last bit. If you don't want these words in the title, if you want something more search engine friendly, you can just go edit and bring it in. This section in here, the what you see, what you get editor, has 2 modes, visual and HTML. And if it's on visual, you can see what's going on. HTML just tabs across and you actually see the code. Now there is an image sitting in here, and that was brought in through this feature here, Add Media. We'll cover that in another video. If we scroll down, you can add a map to each post. Not something that you'd normally do, but if the post is talking about something in a particular location, you can add a map to it, just like we've done with the Contact Us pages. And then as we get down, we get into this Headspace search engine optimization module, where the page title and description have been set. And then this is what I was talking about before with the more text. Find out the 7 steps to get your site on the front page of Google will be a hot link to see the full blog post when it shows on the front page. Send trackbacks we'll cover a little bit later. That's a little bit more advanced. Custom fields you don't have to worry about here. This is something that we'll cover in a video about the photo gallery. And then you can decide whether you do want to enable comments on the post. And that's normal with posts, but perhaps not with pages. And then this thing down the bottom, when we talk about pages later, I'll describe what that is. This again is something that you probably won't use for posts so much. We scroll up the top, you'll see that this has been published or is live. You can set it to draft if you don't want it live. You can make a post sticky, which means it'll sit at the top above the most recent posts. And you can make posts private or password protected. And if you want to bring something up to the top, you can adjust the publication date that will make it jump up a little bit higher up the up the results, because the blogs are sorted by date order. Here are some tags that can be put in that will appear in the tag cloud, the categories, and also whether you want it to be to have follow links, and you normally just leave that like that. Okay, well that's a start. Let's have a look at some more in the next video.